So hello and welcome guys. Now imagine creating this stunning, sleek, glass-like effects on your website in just few minutes. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to create this trending glassmorphism using Bricks Builder. It's easier than you think, and by the end of this video, you will be able to add these amazing effects to your own projects. So let's dive right in. So let's take a section. Let's give it a dark background. Let's give it a height of 100 bh. Give it a minimum height of 100 bh. Then make sure this container is vertically aligned. So click on the section and justify content center. Now inside this container, let's take a heading. In the container, make sure the align items is center so that we can place our heading in the center. Let's copy our heading, go to the heading, paste it, go to style. By the way, you can change it to H1, H2, H3 depending on the hierarchy that you are choosing. Color should be white. Let's make this center again. Font size 60 pixels. Now to make this now to make this outline, we need a custom CSS. So the link is in the description. When you visit this link, you will find this heading. Below that is the custom CSS. So after copying it, go to the heading, go to the CSS, and paste it, and you can see our heading has become just like it. Maybe the font width is 800 here, so let's change that. Go to heading, typography 800. My default font is Poppins, which I have chosen in the global styles that I have created for me. Also the container is 20 pixel padding with the I've created a global padding for containers, so it is 20 pixels up and down, no, 20 pixels from outside. Actually you can choose whatever you want. So let's name this heading container. Now let's in the section, let's take another container. Let's name this card, where we'll create these cards. Now inside this container, let's take a block. Let's name this block team member card block, right? So now you can see. So let's create this. Let's do one thing. Let's first copy all these containers. Now these are vertically stacked, so let's first make them horizontally stacked side by side. So let's click on the card container, make sure the direction is row, and let's give a column gap and row gap 30-30. Now let's click one of the container, make sure the class is selected, go to the style, let's give it a background. Let's first give it a white, and then let's keep it transparent, almost transparent, right? So let's give it 0.03. Now you can see there is a border radius and a 1 pixel border also around this card. So let's make that. Click on the border, go to the border radius, make it 15 pixels. Now select all, make sure the width is 1 pixel, style solid. Let's go for the colors, and also let's take it and let's make it very transparent. Okay, now this is done. Let's go to the front end, take a look. Great. Now let's take an image inside the block. So click on the block, make sure take an image, select the image. Also let's give the class to our image, sorry, with img or a image. Okay, now go to the style, let's give it a 160. Let's go to content. Object fit should be cover. Now let's make it rounded. So go to border, 50% border radius. You can see there is a padding inside the block. So let's give our padding. Click on the block, make sure the class is selected, layout, go to padding and give it a 30 pixel. Also you can see everything is aligned in the center inside the block. So let's go to content, align item center. Now let's go back to our image. Let's make this one border and the gap between the border and the image. So let's go to the style in the image, click on padding, select all, 12 pixel. Now let's go to the border, again select all, 1 width pixel, colors style solid and the color should be white. And the front end you can see. Now let's put the team details. Go to the block. Let's take a div now. Give this div a class name, team member details div. Also let's rename this div. Let's take a heading inside this div. Let's name this heading team member's name. Let's take a basic text. Let's take social media icons. Again, let's change their let's give them classes so the text will get, since this is a position we are giving team member position. Now go to the icons. Let's change the name here as well. Now in the icon list, first remove the default styling that is done by the bricks itself. Right, go to the content, remove the name and the background, we don't need that. Let's do this for the Facebook. Also let's do this for the Instagram. Now give it a class team member social icons. Okay, now as you can see these are white in color. So let's go to name heading, select a name, style typography should be white. Okay, so our heading is h2. First make sure our heading is h2 or h1, as I said, depending on the hierarchy. Go to the heading, make sure this is h3. Let's rename this Peter Pan. Go to the style, make sure this is 600, make sure text align is center, and let's check this size. The font size is 27, so make sure it is 27. Also go to the div style. Let's make sure this is flex, vertically align. Let's align items to the center so that everything is centered. Let's take a column gap of 3 pixel, probably 5 pixel. Now let's go to the position. Let's change this to CEO. Now let's style it. Make sure the font size, font color is white. Let's see the font size. This is 14 pixel. Make sure this is also centered. Now let's move on to our social icons. Make sure the icons is selected. Typography should be white. Go to the content, in the spacing items, give it 20. Now you can see a gap between these two. So click on the team details div. Go to the style, layout. Make sure it is 25. So it looks quite similar. Right, now let's give it a glass effect, a Glassmorphism effect. Right, so again the link is in the description, or the other thing that you can do is go to this link which I'll mention this link also in the description. You can adjust the glass effect according to you. Right, so you can adjust the blur value over here. Right, the opacity, saturation, everything. Right, so let's keep it whatever it was. Let's keep the blur value to 8 because I think that is perfect for me. So after adjusting the values, make sure to select only the first two lines. Rest we have actually made it to using bricks. Let's just only select first two lines, copy them, Control C, click on the main block, the card block, go to the CSS, type the selector which is root, and then paste this. Now you can see that we have achieved the glass effect. Now let's do one thing, delete the other two blocks, copy paste it. Alright, and now you can change the value of these blocks. So go to the image, let's take this image, name is Rachel Green, so let's take that. Project manager, go to the position text, project manager. So this is how you can create a class effect using bricks builder. So if you found this video useful, you might also like these other tutorials on bricks builder. See you on the next video.